Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Fong. Thinking right out here in my teacher's hat. It's getting a little tight. That mean I need a haircut. It's start fitting tight to be my hair growing. All right, but today, we in my yacht rabbit hole. We gonna get some more information. This is titled "Seek Purity of Heart by Not Expecting a Reward for Your Actions or Deeds that you perform." It's called selfless service. My yacht specializes in that. That's one of my favorites. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do, and it's rhetorical. So if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not, is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Speaking of my yacht, we in the book Introduction to My Yacht Philosophy, The Path of Action and Spiritual Enlightenment. She's giving you the blueprint. She laying it out for what you can do. This is what I'm giving to you. This is what I learned over 30 years ago. All right, let's rock. Rightism. P-Funk philosophy on seek purity of heart by not expecting a reward for your actions or deeds. Most people do stuff for, okay, not by. So let's talk about it. In performing your actions, never seek an external reward. If I do something for you, you don't owe me nothing. Why? I get mine from him. That's my philosophy, and it works. So I understand. But always feel that you are what? Performing actions for who? The divine self, my higher conscious self. Okay, in effort to what? Purify your heart of what? Egoistic feelings and sentiments. That thing below your waist. Keep him under control. If not, he will control you. External expectations, meaning getting reward for doing something for your actions, are always bound and they are fleeting. So they cannot be counted on. You can't depend on you doing this and they're going to do that. It don't work that way. Most people do just that. They do it because they want something in return. So therefore, if you base your happiness, okay, on something that is fleeting, meaning it's going to change, you are basing it on an illusion, and which will certainly lead to future disappointment and constant unrest. Why? You keep wanting something that ain't going to be there. You're expecting to get something that ain't due you. That's why. So remember, this is personal. Remember, the definition of reality is what? That which is unchanging. Truth, Maya, and that sun that come up every day in the sky ain't changed since it's been there. That's the truth. That's reality. Okay, you can dress up in any way you want. You can give an allegorical story, mythological. It don't make a difference. Reality presents itself over and over and over. It don't change. That's why they say what's unchanging is real. And when you seek deep within yourself for what is unchanging, regardless of your external life situations, don't give a crap what you get into, how you do it, don't make a difference. That inner you seek for that internal witness. We call them Amun, the hidden one. The self within you who is separate from what? Your egoistic thoughts and your transcendental situations in life and all your external world. He don't get involved in none of that. And perform your actions. You personally, again, I'm talking to every individual, not everybody. This is you. Perform your actions in your life well, but do not become attached to what them as a source for your happiness. Why? That don't work that way. You will be disappointed and you will have some frustrating situations where you expected this and you didn't get it. Now you're let down. When you expect that and you get it, yeah, you feel good. So now you want to do it again. So you only giving service because you're getting something in return. That's not selfless service. Okay, that's greedy, selfish. All right. So they say an ancient Egyptian proverb. Watch this. This is a good one. They who revere and practice to live Mayat are long lived. For those who are covetous, egotistical, Satanian, have no tomb. You're not going to make it to the West. You ain't even getting there. So ain't no reservations for you. No afterlife for you. That's what they're telling you. All right. You want to get to the afterlife, practice lessons that Mayat lay out for you. That's the way you punch your ticket. So, but in reality, it is your soul, the soul. The soul is God. The spirit is God. That's within you. That's what gives meaning and worth to all your externalities. Why? So therefore, your soul is the source of all understanding, meaning, and awareness. So you have to put this, which is your soul, connected with this, which is your consciousness, your awareness. They become one. Now your soul is full of immense happiness when what? When it's connected and it has bliss. And now you are able to discover this inward peace. And that's true happiness. That's what? Inward. And you discover your true self and not seeking happiness from what? Objects or things outside of oneself. If you're going to find happiness, it's going to be inside here. Yeah, that's the name of the game. So when you seeking happiness and things, and you ain't never going to find it. That's what we trying to tell you. That in this chase, that's the reincarnation track. That the hamster trail. You on it. You ain't going nowhere, but you burning energy. You working out, but you ain't going nowhere. The Ouroboros. Anything that goes around, the spirit, why? It's resembled by the circle because you can't say where it begin or where it end. The Ouroboros is the snake biting himself, creating his own self over and over again by not changing himself. And when you're seeking happiness and the fulfillment of your physical, lower nature desires through worldly pursuits and situations, relationships, entanglements, and all other things that you do, that will only lead to your future frustrations and more desires of the same. That means you're going to continue to do. That's insanity. That's the definition of being insane. Doing something that didn't work yesterday again today. Thinking something's going to be different today than it was yesterday. And continue that over and over and over. Wow. But this constant fanning of what we call the waves of one's mind with the thoughts and the desires, the cravings, survives where? In your innermost recesses of your unconscious mind. So it's embedded deep within your astral and your casual bodies of the human being. This deep karmic, remember, you're going to get what you deserve. So this deep karmic impressions in your unconscious mind, which remains even after death, that means when the spirit goes to another body, it's bringing on stuff from the lab. It got baggage. Your spirit has baggage. So don't let that baggage carry on to you. So, and even after death of what? Of your physical body. Your spirit have conscience that it has on. And it leads your soul, your spirit, to the astral, and if it's good, you in heaven. If it's bad, you in hell. And to your future embodiments in the physical form. Depending on what you did in this life, going to follow you to the next life. Because if you didn't get enlightened, you're going to have another shot at this thing in the physical form again. Not with your memory, not with your conscious, a fresh new beginning. That's birth. Birth meaning you starting all over again. Death means the end, but it don't mean the end of all unless you what? It's the end of your egotistic consciousness, your selfish person that's going to die. Okay, he can't get to that life. He can't make it. It ain't for him. That's why you got to put him in the place of servitude, not leadership. All right, that's one lesson. Now let's get to the next one, which is one of my favorites. Seek purity of heart through your work occupation and your daily life activities. When you practice in Maya, you integrate it in your life. You practicing yoga concepts, you integrate them into your daily life. You don't do nothing special. You just follow the techniques, the teachings, and you'll see it manifest for yourself. So, what you mean? Maya is always recognized by this thing here, scales and balance. When you see her scales, they always equal. Okay, that show balance. The unbalanced scale ain't equal. The justice scale that y'all got with that girl Timeless, whatever her name is, holding the scale, blindfolded. Yeah, they don't want her to see they jerking. Why? Because they not level. They not level. They not level. That guy don't play fair. We keep Anubis, we keep Tahuti to make sure the playing field is level. Let's talk about this. This phrase right here, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Because this phrase brought tears to my eyes when I was reading it this morning. I'm in the gym, I do my studies, I'm pre-reading it. And man, it broke, this is the essence of what I do. Let me see if you understand this. Do not disturb a great person or distract their attention when they are occupied trying to master and understand their life tasks. That's somebody who in search of themselves, who is searching to be their best self. Let them do what it is they do. I'm doing my thing, enlightening you, teaching you, instructing you. That's what I like to do. And I love what I'm doing. And when they are, now, thus, they're occupied. So when they occupied, they strip their bodies through love of what they do. Right there. Doing this, man, ain't nothing better. This is the high point of my day. This is the best part of my day when I get to do this for you. So, and when you, the love for your work, and this is a job to me, which don't pay much, that which they do brings people closer to God. Right there. I'm just trying to get you to know God for yourself. I can't get you no closer than that. I ain't here to preach to you. I ain't here to do nothing but enlighten and educate and steer you in the right direction so you can put the work in and get God's attention for yourself. And if you make that your job, trust me, make yourself intense study, and when you'll find God. So there are those people who succeed in what they do. When they love for what they do is implemented job that you like doing. I love driving, I love loading, I love doing what I'm doing. Now I love teaching. So I'm right where I need to be in my wheelhouse, and I'm comfortable doing that. That's the way they said, your job, make your occupation what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. If you're gonna pay me to do this, I'll take it. Well, I love doing this. I can do this. And if you want to pay me, by all means, but I don't ask for money. I'm here for you to do what I do. And that's an ancient Egyptian proverb. I live that to this day. All right. So after another profound insight into the teachings of right thinking philosophy, we know it as Maya, is that you yourself should always strive to perform work that is in harmony with your nature. What you like to do. If you put me in a cubicle, if you put me in somewhere I'm gonna be miserable. So I wouldn't take those jobs. I'm not even gonna apply for them jobs. You couldn't do that to me. Why? I'm not gonna allow that. I need to be out. I need to be moving around. I need to be free. I like to drive. I'm a professional driver. So as an expression of your divine self, you have to always remember, do what's good and for good reasons, good purpose. That's all good. And now you are endowed. Why? As spirit beings having human experience, we are endowed with what we know or should know, unlimited capabilities. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. We're made in God's image in that manner, in which I can imagine it. If I can conceive it, I can put it to use, manifest it, and achieve it. And you should not allow your fears, false evidence appearing real, or your desires of what others to your limit your unfoldness of your talents, of these energies. So you yourself must strive to allow yourself to what? Gradually develop a sense of what is right for you. Right there. You do what works for you. I ain't telling you what to do, but you should know what's right for you. That's understanding who and what you are. So this only occurs when you begin to what? Develop what we call peace and harmony where? Within yourself. If this and this is at conflict, you're not at peace. You're not at peace. Understand that. If your heart and mind ain't functioning as one, you're not at peace. So now you will discover which jobs to pursue in your life on the basis of what? Your inner desires, rather than what most people do. Want the superficial desires of what? Your ego self, and that wants to what? Pursue a job or occupation because it looks glamorous or it can be lucrative, pay good money. If your goal in life is to get a job to make a bunch of money, your bar is real low. I'm just saying. And that's the opportunity, but some people take it and they fine with that. But I set my little standards a little higher. Our ancient Egyptian civilization, they place high importance on what? The occupation of that individual. I'm only going to do what it is I feel good about doing. You're not going to put me behind no damn desk. You're not going to put me in a shirt and tie and give me an attaché case. I'm not that dude. I work. I got calluses, okay? Yeah, I do stuff. I lift, tote, carry, load trucks, all that other good stuff. But yeah, that's important to me. Ancient Egyptian civilization took a high importance on the job they chose. Why? Because many people suffer. Right here, this is why. Many people suffer through life. Why? Because they have made the wrong choices about what? Their chosen profession or occupation and career. If you don't want to be a teacher, why the hell you be a teacher if that ain't what you want to do? So, and you feel stuck. And now you're unable to change the lot in their life. Why? Because they put themselves in that predicament. You did that. That's a self-inflicted thing. The ego puts you in a position that you, listen to the ego. Sometimes they are, because they live to the ego, they are led by who? Family members, friends of their own, who have their own greed or fear and talk them into pursuing occupations for all the wrong reasons. I make 6 figures. Okay. Are you happy? Nope. Stressing, they running me crazy. That's what comes with that 6 figures. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? Again, when we do things out of ignorance, not dumb and stupidity, no, ignorance, not knowing. Once you get there, you can't decide, I thought it was, no, you didn't know before you got there what you're doing. That's bad planning. Again, moving on. You must what? You must understand that if you choose an occupation or a career just to make money, that's not going to be good. But you find out what? After you done did it, that's Monday morning quarterback, and that's best. Don't figure out something bad after you do it. Realize, you're knee deep in it now, you stuck. So, or because you have been told by some particular profession is in demand. Or, now everybody want a computer. Everybody want to be computer analysis back in the day. Everybody going computer. Everything wanted to be a computer. Everything's computer. I don't do computers. Most I know is how to cut that record on and cut it off and send it out to y'all. That's as far as I go. You may even make a lot of money at it, yeah, But you will end up, and this is a fact. This ain't debatable. This ain't personal. This is a fact. You will end up being miserable. A lot of people is that realize it now. Yeah, you're right. This is why we teach. This is why we try to instruct to help you. Don't make that damn mistake. And you end up miserable and disappointed, frustrated with the work that you yourself has chosen, as well as your life in general is all in a bad state because you doing something you ain't happy doing. When your job, the best part of your job is the vacation, that's not a good job. If you looking to get a week off, 2 weeks off, then that nonsense, you're not doing the job that you like to do. I love what I'm doing. I love loading trucks. I love driving trucks. I love driving. So I did what I love to do. And I offered the service to those who I was provided for. That's a win-win for me. Moving on. But your career will truly become work if you do something for the wrong reasons. Now you got to put the work in every day. And if you don't like what you're doing, that's misery. That's living with somebody being in a relationship that ain't working, but you just keep on. Not good. Okay? Wrapping it up, I see the clock. But your career choices will become work if they're bad, pleasure if they're good. Some people love going to work. I know people 30, 40 years in the job. Why? They must love what they do. Yeah. Leaving what they love, it's kind of hard. They got to make that decision. I didn't think twice about retiring. So I ain't one of them kind of people. I love driving UPS truck. Retirement came earlier than I wanted to, but I love what I was doing to the day I stopped. All right. But now, it will not be a fulfilling. You will not be fulfilled. Why? Because you are not doing what you want to do, and it's not out of the goodness of what your heart. Doing something for the money, doing something because you thought it was going to be making somebody never work out for you. That's not what you did it for. And eventually it will become what? A daily struggle and a burden to carry daily. That's rough. That's when life is hard. Your heart is heavy as all get up, okay? That burden you carry, man, don't die. Why? Because you're going to fail. Your heart is heavy as get up. Nowhere in the world you can fail the test of my eye. So get your house in order, so to speak. Lighten that heart. Let some of that nonsense go. But now you will not develop divine qualities. Why? You ain't loving what you're doing. And you will not reach mental peace, hotep, which will lead you toward enlightenment. Those things won't happen. You won't gain patience. You won't obtain contentment. You will not learn forgiveness and share what we call universal love. I call it spiritual love and compassion for others. Rather, now your ego, your ignorant self will disturb your state of mind, and now you're lowering your standards, and you will become what? More hardened, and you will use unrighteous means to make money. So that what? You can make more money. And you may sell drugs or things to people, even though you know it's what? Not good for them, or they don't need it. I did it for the money. Nobody died on my watch. Nobody OD'd up my drug. I just sold marijuana, cocaine, no acid. So I wasn't one of hardcore. I started heroin. No, I didn't do that. No, none of that stuff. So he's a good dealer. No, I just did surface drugs, not the hard stuff. Why? I sold what I did. I didn't do the hard stuff. That's what. I guess if I did it, I probably sold that too. Again, that's the idea, the ignorance. And you were dealing in products that's harmful to others. But you know they are harmful. I sold poison. I know that now. I was doing the poison myself. I didn't just give it something. No, I used it. But the whole while, your intellect, which has been dulled. You ain't thinking right. You're not rationalizing. You're not logicalizing. You're just doing dumb stuff by what? Living off for your desires and your cravings and your longings, initiated by what? Your lower mind, your senses, the physical, your egoistic pleasures of the flesh and things. You get the girls, you get the money, you got the drug, you living your life, okay? But it's all, and you will justify your unrighteous actions, okay? However, the impressions for longing and your physical desires, as well as the contradictions of your own conscience. You going against what you know is right. That makes you the devil. The devil is someone in opposition to God. You going in this instance, Mayat is God. When you go against the contradictions of Mayat, you're going against God, and that makes you the devil. So now you become registered in the deep unconscious, and you create a basis of what heaven or hell on earth, as well as beyond. But this is a profound teaching, which you need to reflect upon seriously for yourself and see where you are in your own life. That's the lesson right now. I'm stuck. Let's see the clock. I'll be right back with the southern part 2. This is good stuff. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're taking it to heart. You need to understand how to purify your heart. That's my goal with this lesson, and I'm going to be right back. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 me, 100 minus a day. So I'll never know about right thinkers who seek purity of heart by not expecting reward for their actions, and they seek purity of heart through their work, occupation, and daily activities that passed away. Do those things, and my yacht got a spot for you. I'll be right back.